that I've always been given revelation. People, there were times I was given revelation of people I've never met before. I recall being in high school and a classmate, I dreamt of meeting him in the elevator, and he was crying. And I asked him, "What's wrong?" He said, "My grandfather died." I never met his grandfather before. We never spoke about his grandfather. And so when I disclosed this to my father, should I bring this to his attention? He said, "No. If you bring it to his attention, if something happens to him, they will say, commentary that is unfair." And so when you have dreams like that, you pray for people. That's what you're being called to do. Pray for people. So I prayed for him. A week later, he was absent from school many days. When he came back, asked him, "Where have you been?" We had algebra together. So we was figuring out this math together. And he said, "My grandfather died." And although I remembered the dream, it wasn't the time to tell him I had the dream. I remember feeling like this was too much. Why do I have to know things before they happen? And then live in anxiety, waiting until they happen. I felt it was more of a challenge than a gift. You see, when you don't utilize your gifts, when you're not grateful for your gifts, I said when you're not grateful for your gifts and when you don't utilize your gifts, you're basically stating you don't need them. A gift is not a gift until it's shared. So due to my running away from my calling, when I did ask for a sign before, the signs that I received were whispered to me. Symbolically speaking. There were little red flags, but nothing to the point that I would wake up and say, we're not moving forward. So I said, the day that I was to marry him, I said to God, you didn't give me any sign. So if you didn't give me any sign, that means I can move forward, right? And so I'm going to move forward with this. And this was the day. Meaning if I was given a sign. See, people who think they know me don't know me. If I was given a sign, all bets would be off. But God allowed what happened because although he knew what was ahead, which was deceit, there was a lesson to be learned. Right after those vows were taken, I was told, I don't really own the restaurant. And what came right after that was that red flag, which is, we just said our vows. You can't leave me now. People, this wasn't even 1 hour. Did you hear me? This wasn't even 1 hour after stating our vows. This was malicious intent. I was targeted. The hidden secret next card. I love how God works. Every time he brings it to my attention, my apologies. Every time he brings it to my attention to look at the spread, it's always into correlation of the channeling. And the next card is abundance. So the hidden secret is that coven he belonged to already did divination work on me without my awareness. They went into learning about the destiny I was given, my future. My future seemed like a meal ticket. You get it now? It seemed like a meal ticket. And so these secret societies target individuals online. And those of us who are brought up a certain way, who stayed away from tools of divination, on a higher vibration. I said on a higher vibration. because balance is the fruit of the universe. Therefore, tools of divination, and not all, let me stress, not all, can either be used for high vibration, to warn you. Can I say that again for someone in the back? To warn you, or low vibration, to plot against you. So he already made arrangements with this coven to sacrifice me. I'm going to say it slow. For those of you that are realizing that my life could be a book. Hence the prophecy of 2019. They were all in it. Family members, friends, confirmation, friends, acquaintances. It was a celebration. It was a celebration for my destruction. Deals were signed. Signatures were made. During ceremonial, ritualistic activity. None which I was present. It was kept all top secret. Because he knew I don't play that. I do not engage in such practices. Therefore, if I was aware that he was doing that, it would be over. So he did this behind my back. Sacrifice myself and my child for fame, money, and fortune. The goal was to steal my destiny. I said to steal my destiny. Transmigration. Look it up. Transmigration. Look it up. There are certain satanic practices that will be brought to your attention due